And so after basically soul searching, I quit my day job to pursue working for myself with a wife and a 1-year-old son at the time. I wouldn't be where I am now without taking that leap, without taking that risk.
How do you feel? How do you think those people feel that take no risk? They go to the office Monday to Friday, 9 to 5. They work 15 years. They get laid off, and then 4 weeks later, 6 weeks later, whatever it is, they've got no job, no security, and they're staring bankruptcy in the face. How do you think no risk feels for them now?
Right.
They're taking a risk. They just don't know it. They're just not choosing the right risk.
Oh, that is so, I'm totally going to steal that from you. I love that, because I sometimes talk to people about saying, yeah, but it's way safer to do my day job than be an entrepreneur. And I like the way you worded that. You're taking a risk already. No matter what, you're taking a risk. It's all about which risk are you going to take.
And it's about knowing you're taking it versus not.
Right. 100%. Love that.
And here's the interesting thing about taking risks. It comes with the idea that, taking risks are dangerous, right? But funny enough, I don't see risks as the biggest danger. I see not taking risks as the biggest danger, because in a world like this that's changing and evolving, people are coming up with ideas, creating new Facebook pages, Instagrams for things. Just now you have an idea, you can create the idea on social media and get it funded and get videos, and it's not that hard anymore to necessarily, not that it doesn't take work, but to find an investor and create something like this, or to just get something off the ground, is much easier. Like I even talked with Chris, if I have an idea for music, I can get on and strum my guitar and have a few videos on YouTube and some stuff on iTunes.
But I think when you say that, I think a lot of people do this. They confuse creativity with risk. Trying to create a new style of music, that's not a risk. That's just being creative. There's a risk that nobody will like it. For me, I'll tell you what a risk is, and that's jumping out of an aeroplane 1,000 feet and deciding to do that with a rucksack and 30 square yards of silk in it. That's a risk.
Instead of a parachute, right?
I'm not going to do that. Why would I want to do that? What's the benefit of that for me? Nothing. That's a risk I don't need to take.
Yeah.
It's smart risks, and no risk, no reward.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No bar fights, no skydiving for me, because
I'm going
interesting.
skydiving.
Risks.
Maybe me and Calvin will go skydiving. You want to come, Calvin?
Absolutely. I just did it this year for the first time, and I'm ready to do it again.
You and Gordon can stay on the ground, you chickens.
That's fine.
Now, why would you jump out of a perfectly good plane?
That's exactly what I said right before I went up there on the camera. It's like I'm just about to go 13,000 feet in the air and jump out of a perfectly good airplane, and it was worth it. I liked it.
Respect to you, but if I wouldn't do it for $1 million. Seriously.
Well, I think that for me, one of the main reasons I want to do it is because I have an intense fear of heights. And I know that I could conquer that fear.
Heart attack.
I want to jump out of a plane and feel like a bird, because I'm so jealous when I look up at birds and I'm like, why can't I have wings? Because birds are so beautiful, and they can fly anywhere they want. They could just go wherever they want, anytime they want, they can just fly. And I'm like, man, that's so fascinating. And now we can fly because of the
being an entrepreneur is giving you those wings.
Yes, I know.
A career ties you down. You're static. You're in one place. Being an entrepreneur gives you wings. And as our friend in Uruguay, he's telling us, he's doing his business from Montevideo.
Yeah,
right. To do that.
Red Bull gives you wings too.
Red Bull give you heart attacks.
That's true. So we're not sponsored by Red Bull, but here's the interesting thing.
However, are available to be sponsored by Red Bull if the check's big enough.
Yeah.
Red Bull gives you wings. But it comes down to this. Perspective and experience are important. Because if you're going to take risks, you also want that perspective of, okay, I'm going to jump out of this plane. I'm going to go create this show. But I need to talk to someone, maybe, like he said, 9 coaches, who has the experience, who has some of the perspectives. Don't do that or try this. Funny enough, a guy named Josh Bendowski, good friend of ours, we interviewed him as well, came on one day and said, hey, it'd be cool, backdrops. Hey! And he does video. Or, it'd be a good idea for this or your next show. And we've had people come and suggest things. Some were good. Some we went with. But honestly, the whole idea is it comes from when you start out and you're taking risks, you'll meet people who have perspectives and different ideas. You want to take some of their experience and put it in your own little bucket.
Yep.
Love that.
I agree, because what I've come to learn through our journey together and through meeting all of you awesome people is we all have the same goal. We have a different way of doing it. We may want to write a different title of book. We have different objectives. We're in different areas of our life, but ultimately our goals are identical. And that's the beauty about being an entrepreneur, is you meet so many people that are like you. You meet so many people where you can talk about Bob Proctor and Napoleon Hill, and you can talk about the law, the 11 laws of the universe, and the law of cause and effect, the law of attraction, sacrifice, retribution, least resistance, and they know what you're talking about. They don't look at you like you just crawled out of a mental institution. So I'm very grateful that I'm meeting people like you guys that understand that, hey, what the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. And to be surrounded by such great people like you guys that are like, well, yeah, dude, that's how it works. It's like, thank you. Because in my city, when I've talked to my friends that I'm also trying to help motivate them and hopefully I'm inspiring them to go after their dream, is and now they actually listen to me, because I can explain it in a way that doesn't sound like I'm preaching to them, or I explain it in a way and I go, have you ever thought about it like this? When you think of something, I'll say to them, when you think of something, you close your eyes and you envision something. What do you see? And then I'll listen to them and I'll say, okay, is it something you really want? And they're like, yeah, but I don't know how to go about getting it. I don't know how to go about getting it. I'm like, you're focusing on the wrong thing. The how doesn't matter. All that matters is you start.
The how is none of your business. You're absolutely right. In the beginning, the how is none of your business.
Yep. And that's what I tell them. And we'll go, they go, well, what do you mean it's none of my business? And what do you mean I don't have to care about how? I go, because the universe will show you how. You just have to have the idea and the desire and the definite chief aim, and the universe will open the doors for you. And the universe creates the how for you. So you're not responsible for that.
I'm just coaching somebody at the moment, and we're doing their goals for the 2017.
Right.
And I said to her, so what's the financial target? And she said, yeah, I want to earn $1 million. Like, okay. And they said, oh no, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I went, don't worry about that. Let's put the number down, and then let's work out what we need to do to achieve it. She said, yeah, but you know what? I don't think I can do it, so I'd rather put a lower number down.
Mm-hmm.
If you put the higher number down, maybe we'll come up with a plan of how we achieve it. If you don't put the higher number down, chances of that plan appearing, 0.
Right.
No chance whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Yep. Absolutely. Because I have found that, and this is what I do every morning. I'll go through my daily routine with you guys really quick. I get up for my job, and I make myself a pot of coffee, and I sit down and I read some of the Law of Success. Then I get into my car. I go down and get my mail, because I do mail for a living. And the minute I'm in that vehicle, I have my phone. I'm listening to the formulas that I recorded from the Law of Success that Napoleon Hill tells us to write down, but instead I transcribe them through audio. and I listen to those formulas over and over again as I'm working, and then I'll put on something from Earl Nightingale or Les Brown or Zig Ziglar. Then I'll come home, I'll answer emails, I'll reach out to people on Entrepreneur.com, or I'll make a video and edit some video. So I structure my day all the time. My day has structure, my day has routine, and then once I've done a lot of work throughout the day, I've contacted some people, I've been productive, I like to sit back and relax and maybe get on my Xbox One and play some basketball, or I'll watch a show. But once I take that
Can I ask you
action,
a question?
yes.
You're an entrepreneur, right?
Yes.
Which part of that day was sales related, revenue generating?